Joining me now, Deakin University Global Islamic Politics Chair, Professor Greg Barton, who we talk to on a regular basis. Greg, do you actually think the US will get involved? And have a guess what 2 weeks' time from today is, what the date might be?
Yeah, July 4th, Independence Day. That's remarkable timing, isn't it? Donald Trump has been putting out these 2 week dates for lots of things, including talks with Putin and over Ukraine. So who knows what it really means.
So if they do get involved, the Americans, how much does that actually, escalate this conflict? Clearly, it's going to make it much worse.
Yeah, it's hard to see it solving the conflict. I think that the way that Bibi Netanyahu will sell it to Trump is that you just send in a couple of B-2s over Fordow and it's done. You've finished it. You've closed down the nuclear program and we're good. But of course, it's not likely to be so clear-cut and so simple. First of all, those B-2 strikes with massive ordnance penetrator bombs over Fordow, 90 metres underground, that likely wouldn't finish Iran's nuclear program. They'd probably scramble to take what they have left and actually move towards nuclear weapons. In the meantime, they're likely to strike out against US targets all around the Middle East and use their proxies to do so. It's a very dangerous risk of escalation and a prolonged conflict.
There's various theories about how close Iran is to actually getting a nuclear weapon. There was an academic from ANU today on the ABC suggesting that they're nowhere near it and haven't been for a very long time. I mean, raising obviously the memories of the weapons of mass destruction and Saddam Hussein. In the intelligence you have read, are they close, or are we again perhaps seeing an area where there's exaggeration taking place?
Well, we're seeing Israel make the claim that they're close. This is at odds with what all the other publicly available intelligence reports have said, including what Trump was briefed on by his own security advisor just weeks ago. But we also know that the Israelis are remarkable at penetrating Iranian society and its defense apparatus. That's how they've carried out these strikes, with remarkable intelligence penetration. So it is possible they know something that no one else knows. But whatever all the other intelligence reports are saying is that Iran is some way off. It's not close at all. So to be short, we can't know. We're sort of making that claim from Netanyahu, who is desperate to involve Trump and America in this program. And on balance, you sort of want to be a bit skeptical about what he's saying for that reason.
Greg, this would be the nightmare scenario. CBS is reporting that the FBI have ramped up monitoring of possible Iranian-backed sleeper cells in the United States, which in simple terms would be people who've been living in the American community, connect to Iran and possibly carrying out a terrorist attack. That would be the worst possible outcome, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be the worst. It would be amongst the worst, because it would be part of a whole barrage of things, including a protracted war in the region. We talk about Iranian terrorism. Terrorism we normally think about as non-state actor activity, but Iran has a long history of using groups that are very much linked to its embassies and other outposts. History of involvement with Hezbollah in Latin America, for example, carrying out what otherwise would be called terrorist strikes. So that's possible. I think that would really escalate things for Tehran. So I'd be surprised if they'd turn to that option first of all. I think what's more likely is that if America went ahead with these B-2 bomber strikes over Fordow and maybe Natanz, that Iran would strike out at American targets all around the region and get its proxies to do so. So at least the Houthis, we know, are capable of causing some trouble. Maybe Hezbollah would struggle. But that would just likely to spiral onto attacks and counterattacks. I think the operations of Iranian agents in the US or elsewhere, yeah, it's possible. There may be targeted assassinations of people who are critical. There's certainly been targeted assassinations of Iranian dissidents for years and years now, and it's been very frequent in the last few years. So anything is possible, and that's part of the risk of what's going on. We don't know. I mean, that's why people say that this would be opening a Pandora's box, because we simply don't know how it would play out and how it would end. And we sort of have seen this movie before, haven't we? In 2003 with the invasion of Iraq. It didn't play out like anyone hoped it would, and that's the risk here.
Yeah, Greg, let's hope we don't have that. Thank you very much, as usual, for talking to us. That's Greg Barton, coming to us from Indonesia.